So today is my 1 year anniversary for being a full-time entrepreneur. Yay! For everybody who's supported me, whether you told me or didn't tell me, just praying for me in the background, thank you. It really helped me. I'm 100% in belief that somebody's prayers helped me because I'm not getting emotional, but it was a year. So I guess I can just go about explaining how the year started, because I had a plan to quit my then job in March. Had planned to save 6 months of my personal expenses as well as at least a month of my business expenses, where I had calculated together. And September the 11th, 2019, my then boss wrote me like, "Good morning, Shanidra. How are you? So I heard you have your own business on the side, and I'm gonna need you to stop doing that." Yep. Granted, I actually had this business before I even started working at that job. I had just started at my last place. Basically my clientele was saying that they wanted to come see me, but because of the hours of the spa, they had no way of coming to see me. So I started, okay, well, I'll come to you. So I started my business being mobile. So the whole plan was eventually to have my own business by myself and not be going to the place. So when she said that if I had to stop doing it, I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say I'm going to stop, because I know that I'm not. So is there a way for me to have a 2 weeks time before I leave, or at least a week or something? Basically in my mind to tell my clients that I was leaving, so I waited until around 2 o'clock. I'm like, okay, so there's no response, so guess that means you need me to get the heck out. So I'm gone. So I left my keys in my room and I walked out. Ooh, rewind. So when I got the message from her, my first instinct was like, leave, let's go, you ready? Had a whole plan, the money not all there, but it'll happen, it'll work out, I'm good. So I called my dad like, Daddy, trying to make sure I'm not tripping. So my boss finally had a business, right? He's like, yeah. So I have this amount of money saved up. He's like, okay, cool. Is it okay? Do you think it'd be okay for me to leave my job right now? Cause in my mind, I wanted to leave. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. But because of how I am, I'm really sometimes I'm kind of impulsive. So I'm like, let me call my dad to make sure what I'm doing makes sense. He said to me, it's not gonna be okay. If you need a little extra, I'm sure me and mom can maybe help a little bit. So I'm like, okay, cool. But at the time, my mom was in school, so I'm like, she in school, they can't pay no extra money. So I gotta make sure when I get out, I really gotta hustle to get this extra money. Anyway, long story short, off of that part of it, I hung the phone, told them I was leaving. I put my keys in my room, and I just left. And what's crazy, I really thought that I was gonna be freaking out. And I think that me calling my dad made me a little more calm and a little more this is gonna be good. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I at least have this my money saved, and have this amount of clientele from my last job. So I'm gonna be good. Cause the whole time I feel like she thought I was getting her clients from her business, but I didn't tell anybody that I even had a business there. Cause I was trying to make sure that I kept everything separate. I was gonna tell my clientele about my business when I was getting ready to actually leave. Cause I had cards made, I had everything made, but I was like, I want to make sure I'm doing this as right as I could do. So I kept my mobile clients on this side, and I kept my clients from her business on the other side. So yeah, after I left, I was like, okay, It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And what's crazy is I was living in this expensive apartment in Buckhead, Cheshire Bridge, and some told me I need to downsize. Like some told me you need to find you a cheaper apartment, because when you leave, you're gonna need to pay this just with your own business, because you can't overspend just because you want to be in this nice apartment. So that August before, that August, I just moved into another apartment in like Smyrna. Cause like I need to get something cheaper, because it's coming. I feel it. I just feel it. It's coming. And then September, boom. When I tell y'all, every part of this journey has been like right before something crazy happened. God, like, you need to do this. You gotta do this. You need to do this. It's time to move. Time to do this. I gotta read this book. I talk to this person. You gotta, like, it's crazy. And when you think about it, because before I always ask mom all the time, I always call mom, like, Mama, how do I know if I'm hearing from God? How do I know if this is what? And, but it's just like, y'all, God is not always a voice just screaming to you. It's just like one step. It's time to go. You got this. Downsize. Pay off your car. Pay off your credit cards. Do a budget. Start meal prepping. Start reading your Bible more. So after that, I quit my job, and basically I text everybody that I could in my phone, like, hey, so I just left my job. Please send me referrals because I need them. Thank you. Have a great day. But I sent everybody text messages, like, I'm full-time mobile now. Like, this is real. I need y'all. Not in those words, but so I sent all the text messages out. I did a little video on Instagram, like, hey, I'm a full-time. Even though, granted, Instagram, I'm not sure if it's just my personal friends on Instagram, but I feel like the people who follow you on Instagram, they don't really care. They really don't care. Instagram, Facebook is just entertainment. So after I put that up, a couple days later, I'm like, I'm just delete this, because, like, whatever. Anyway, so I did the text message, I did the video. I did a little email thing on my Square account, and I just started like brainstorming, like writing stuff down, going online to like look up. Basically, I did my own little business school basically every day. But I didn't have a client with that first month or two. I didn't have a whole lot of clients, so I was just really always on YouTube, always on the internet, just looking things up, budgeting, accounting, how to start a business, like a full-time business, because my mindset was still kind of like put into the hustle mode and like side hustle thing. Kept myself on my budget I wrote before. Like I said, I had plans to save 6 months amount of 6 months money wise to keep me for 6 months, right, for my own personal bills, right. That was my plan before, but when I left, I really only had like enough for 2 months. I had saved enough for 2 months of mine, so it was about $4,000 I had saved in my account. So I'm like, okay, let's just see what happens. So the first month, bill money went out. Got a month of money left. What's gonna happen? So month two, these sales started going up. I'm like, okay, cool. So now, like, I comfortably paid the bills. Cool. Month three, it's okay. Paid the bills though. So here we go. So it's October, November. So December, month three. I'm like, okay. So what am I for at that point, right? Anyway, so it's December. So I started thinking, like, people kept asking about, like, I love your services, but my kids or my husband or whatever, do you have a place for me to come? to get service. So I'm like, no, I don't right now, but I'll work on that. Let me work on that. So December, granted, y'all ain't had no money, but I'm over here buying machines. Over here buying massage beds and stuff. Like, girl, I really know what I don't know. Oh, but I had started. Okay, so the money for that part had came because the year before I had started an IRA stocks account. And then Trump came in and changed the rules for the IRA, so it ended up being just stocks, basically a stock account, investment account. So I used that money, the $2,000 I had from that, and I bought the stuff for my suite. Granted, that time I had no suite. That time I had no idea where I'm gonna be at, but I'm gonna buy this stuff, at least the basics, to make sure I can just, when I go in there, to have what I need to start, just to start. It's December, right? So my apartment is like full of crap, like, not crap, but it's full of like towel cabinet and a massage, well, a treatment table, not a massage bed, a treatment bed, and 5.5-pound wax warmer, and I'm just buying stuff. I'm like just getting ready for it, but I have no idea what I'm gonna be at. So I found this place in Edgewood, well, Little 5 Points, and I met the owner, and she was like so amazing, like personality wise. I'm like, this is cool. Like she's a person who would like really care about people, not just here for the money. So walked around the place, got my tour. I walked around the area where it's at. I'm like, this it just like it just fits me. Granted, I still didn't have enough money to pay for the suite, like for and have enough clientele to pay for the suite. But I'm like, I can make this work though. Like I wrote down all my, like, the amount of clientele I would need each day to make this the rent per week. God, I need help. I need you to help me make this rent, get this clientele in here. Like, what I gotta do, what I need to do. So first week, not so good, but I had money, a little money, so like I still could be able to pay for that. Second week, I got half of the rent, so I put another half of that. So week 4, week 5, I guess around week 4 is when things was like starting to come out about COVID and coronavirus. Week 5, we had to close. I was in there for literally, actually week 5, it was like on a Tuesday, so I had basically was like there for a month, just a month, and had to close down because of COVID. So I'm like, dang, like, and at that point, y'all, like, I literally was like down to my last. So I'm like, shoot. So since I ain't really got the money for no grocery, let me just go to my aunt's house. During the quarantine, because if she got food, then I got food. And then after I had to close everything down, I'm like, because I was still scared and I know what COVID really meant and what it was doing. I was like, okay, I told my clientele I gotta shut down, y'all. I can't do mobile, or I can't do suites. So I'll let you know basically when I was gonna open back up. So I went to my aunt's house. But I was over there for a little while, and then she basically started saying like, you know, I really want to help you, but I really don't have it right now. Basically, she told me I need to go to my parents' house because my parents could help me more as far as food and everything and extra whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I told her, like, okay. I'm like, I'm not going to my parents' house. My mom at school. And my nephew living there. Everybody like. I'm not gonna add another burden. I'm grown. I'm not gonna add another burden to what they got going on. Let me just go back home and let me just figure it out. Because the first came around, it was like, it was time for rent. I'm like, shoot. Look at my account, like, So like, I asked my cousin, like, okay, so all I need is like $10. Yeah, can you give me $10 and then I'll be cool. scared of seeing over $100. I was literally bawling, crying, like, thank you, God. Thank you. I didn't ask for that much. So, whew. Anyway, yeah, so after that, I went home, still was just like, what I'm gonna do, because this is still just a little bit, like, it's just enough for me to just be for this week, about next week. I'm like, okay, God, I'm scared, I'm not sure what is going on, but I gotta do this. So I started doing a client tour a day, just to make sure everything's spread out. Okay, cool. And that was getting me enough for basically every time a client called, it was the bill time. So everything came right on time. Everything came right on time. So I'm like, oh, God, thank you. Like, I was literally like every day. If I wasn't doing a client, when watching videos on like business stuff, I was praying and reading the Bible, like, please, God, like, show me my next step. What should I be doing? Where should I be reading? Where should I be asking for? What should I be researching? Like, everything I did, I asked God for. I just can't wait to see what the rest of my life has in store. I'm kind of excited. Well, really excited, actually. So just being guided by God and doing a foot out, step out, see what happened. Okay, that went well. Okay, put a step out here. Okay, that went well. Okay, let's try this now. And it's gonna be amazing, I think. But yeah. Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks for listening to me just talk away. But yeah, I guess I'll just check in next year. Bye.